Welcome back to Jocelyn's Wanderings. So, guess what? Life happens, right? You never know what's going to happen. So, last night, Joe came over to meet me at work. I was on the bike, of course, and he was going to ride back with me. What happens? He gets there, he turns off the bike, we go to leave, bike won't start.
Known issue with those Kawasaki's. Up until 2014, they had a cooling problem for that stator. We'll be correcting that cooling problem, and we will do a video on how to do that as well. But like Jocelyn said, life happens, and we've been talking about getting a spare bike or a his, hers, and ours kind of situation.
It's like kids, right? It's a family. We have his and mine. We ain't gonna have ours. So we have his, hers, and ours bikes. It works.
So it looks like
Welcome to the Shadow.
this 2007 Shadow Spirit is going to probably be the his bike, where the Vulcan's going to be the ours bike. And you've already met Bumblebina, and that's hers. Mm-hmm. Now, a little backstory. I have a soft spot for the Shadow Spirits. For those of you that know Harleys a little bit better, this is sort of Honda's interpretation of a Harley Breakout. It's got the taller, narrower front rim, which you're not particularly fond of.
No, that was on my first bike.
It was, and as much as you enjoyed it, you like that precision steering a little bit better, whereas I'm a leaner.
Exactly.
So the Vulcan is going to be upgraded, and we're going to set it up a little more toward touring, which will come into play with the tire change and everything. And this one's going to be set up a little bit lighter and a little quicker to tip in, so I can keep up with Bumblebina better.
I'm trying to convince him to bobber it. We'll see how that works.
We'll go some level of bobber. I don't know that we're going to bob it all the way down.
So, as you can see, she's in good shape. We got a little ding. We can tell that she went down, and she's really dirty.
Yeah, when we got her last night, she was actually, the pictures of her from the one ad, I thought she was gray. So this was just a quick wipe down with waterless wash so we could see what we have. And I think this one's going to be much more a game of what we can get rid of rather than what we can add.
Right. There is a speaker system on it, which I know some people like their music, but we're actually the type of riders that we like to be one with nature, if you want to call it, when we ride.
And let's be honest with this, what she means by be one with nature is we have a running commentary that we will never record because it's truly terrible through our scenic communication system. Watch for that in an upcoming video, too.
It's very entertaining. Maybe we'll let you in on a little bit of that communication. We'll see.
We want them to come back.
That is true. So, one tip I did want to give you guys. You know, sometimes you get bikes that need a little help, that need a little cleaning, or you put a sticker on your bike. How many times have you put a sticker on your bike or your car, and then you've wanted to take it off?
And that leads you to a whole world of harsh and expensive chemicals at the auto parts store or at your local big box store that work with varying degrees of success. Most folks end up resorting to something called goof off that you find in the painter's aisle. And that's all well and good, but it can be quite damaging to some finishes, including factory decals like this.
Yep. So, I have a trick. I'm actually an oiler. I use doTERRA, and this is actually doTERRA
Not in the crankcase, though, just to claim that.
Yeah, doTERRA lemon oil. So you can see right here, there was a sticker here.
We actually thought that was road rash.
And thank goodness it's not. So, you take a little bit of lemon oil on a cotton ball. I'm actually using a makeup round. Rub it on there. It loosens it up. And then I actually take my fingernail and kind of scrub it to get it the rest of the way.
Now this is as close to a gentle sticker remover as you're going to come. These things, once they're on, they leave some residue, and it's going to take some elbow grease. It's not a magic bullet here.
It does take some elbow grease, but not that much.
And it doesn't harm the paint. Although you will be, and if you wax, you will be re-waxing after this because that lemon will pull everything off.
Oops, and this is, I did not notice that.
And this has actually been on here, we don't even know how long. He said as long as he's owned the bike, the former owner, he's had it a few years.
And we're actually the third owners of this bike now.
So we ended up with that Shadow Spirit, that one that I kind of had my eye on before. And we are lucky enough to be able to customize a little bit. The next time you guys see this bike, it should look a little bit different. Hopefully it'll be in a positive way. But the other thing that we'll do today is we'll have to go through all the fluids and everything like that, and we will probably take her out and see how she keeps up with Bumblebee and if everything checks out okay.
You should wish him luck on that.
Yeah, new bike, probably in need of a bit of maintenance and trying to keep up with Hot Rod here.
Yep.
Well,
All right,
Jocelyn,
so as you can tell, look at that. Just a tad bit of elbow grease, and that sticker is coming off. I'm going to take it off completely and show you the end product.
so we're going to do the magic of time lapse, and we're going to turn off the boring part here, and we'll start recording again when it gets good.
Boring. That's like listening to our singers. Hi, welcome back. All right, so we told you we were going to clean her up, take some stuff off her, see how she looks. So it's been about 4 hours between the two of us. We had lunch. We had to take a run into Ace. You can never get out of a project without a trip to Ace, of
Every
course.
time.
So this is what we took off her. If Mabel moved, you could see how dirty she was, okay? So we took off the bags, the sissy bar, and the audio system. Now, this isn't to say you couldn't leave those things or put them back on there. We like our bikes more stripped back.
A little plainer.
Yeah. And since we're talking about making this into a bobber anyway, might as well take it off and start the process now.
Kind of see where it takes us, I guess.
Exactly. That's the best way to go, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So, as you can see, she had a lot of grime on her. She's a lot shinier, okay? I personally think she looks a lot better this way, okay?
Definitely.
We took some time. We took some silver bolts out, replaced them with black ones. She didn't have the side view mirrors, so we actually took this off the Vulcan.
Yep, well, we don't know if we're going to put the new ones on the Vulcan or the bobber one.
Yep.
It really depends.
You're always playing with it.
Yeah,
always
but for
playing.
now,
Since the Vulcan's down, we're going to make use of the mirrors because he did not like riding without them yesterday.
little luxuries.
Yes, it's the little things that count. Cleaned her up. We used Mr. Bubble.
Mr. Pink from Chemical Guys.
And it takes very little amount. And you see, she's nice and clean. And if you look here, now mind you, we have this on both sides. The stickers are gone. And remember, we just used a little bit of lemon oil and a makeup pad. Took it right off. Hardly any elbow grease involved. Took it off real easy. Okay. What else? That's all we
We're
went through.
in pretty good shape. I mean, in the future, you guys can see there's some dings on the exhaust pipe and a little
Here.
dent in the tank and a scratch on the breather cover. I don't know what the process is going to be for fixing that up. But it'll be something.
Yeah.
You know, so going bobber, we don't know. Now these the exhaust has already been gutted, I guess is a good way to put it. All the baffles have been knocked out. So I don't know, aftermarket pipes might actually make it a little quieter.
Maybe. But remember, it's all about what you prefer. You make your bike what you want so you can do your wanderings. It's your story. You tell it. All right? So far, we have $12 into this project in both.
12, $15. I guess maybe if you count the sodas we bought there, 15.
All right. So if you have any questions, let us know. Until then, keep wandering.